the meeting to order at 7:38 p.m. I'd like to welcome everyone, and I'll take this opportunity to introduce myself and go down the floor so everyone can introduce themselves. My name is June Prasad, and I am the new chair of the Commerce Committee. I've been a committee board member for approximately 18 years, and I'm looking forward to a successful year. I'll just ask the next person in no particular order to just introduce yourself.
My name is Julian Linton. I'm the proprietor for the business at 971 Rogers Avenue.
Welcome.
I used to have a business there before, and I closed it for quite a while. I'm trying to reopen it now.
Next person.
Hi, my name is Bianca Tucker. I'm a partner at Zip Code Lounge. We've been open for 3 years, and welcome.
Thank you.
My name is Frederick Watson, a member of the Commerce Committee.
Welcome, Mr. Watson. Glad to have you back.
Thank you.
We're doing an introduction for those who just joined us. Please introduce yourself.
Mr. Watson, you can fix your camera. I'm only seeing the top of your head.
Well, that's the way it's fixed. It's all right. I can't help it.
Oh, that's better. I can see you now. Yeah.
All right, okay. Sorry about that.
Hi, everyone. I'm Denisha Davis. I'm a partner at Zip Code Lounge.
Good evening. My name is Patrick Agard, and I'm representing Cafe Zane this evening.
Is there anyone else who would like to introduce himself?
Yeah, it's Marguerite Villante. I'm a board member and a committee member. Good evening.
Welcome, Miss Margarita.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Deshaun Davis, and I'm also a partner of Zip Code Lounge.
Welcome. Anyone else?
Yes, I'm Farida Costa. I'm a new committee member, so I just wanted to introduce myself. I've been in the community board for about 7 years now, but new to the Commerce Committee.
Welcome.
Miss Bennett, committee member.
We didn't hear you.
I said Miss Bennett, committee member.
Welcome. Okay, I think that covers everyone. If I miss anyone, my apologies. At this time, we'll have the approval of the June 21, 2022 minutes. The members, did you receive the minutes? And if I can have someone approve the minute and someone second it.
Chair, I just for a matter of protocol, I don't think we have a quorum.
That's true. My apologies. Yeah, we cannot approve the minutes. Yes. Thank you, Miss Margarita. I'm a little rusty. It's been a while. So we have to table the approval of the minutes. The next item on the agenda is unfinished business. Since I'm a new chair, I don't think we have any unfinished business at this time. I'll now move on to the business license. The first item on the agenda is Club Julian. Club Julian is applying for a new application. He's located at 971 Rogers Avenue in Brooklyn. It's a bar and tavern license. And police report has no incident. I'll now open the floor so Mr. Julian could tell us a little bit about his business and then open the floor for questions.
Yes, well, my plan is I'm trying to open a wine bar. I'm going to serve beer, but not on a large scale. And my hope is that in order to have a kind of I want to include everyone, but try to get more exclusive clientele. So I'll be serving mostly bottles, selling mostly bottles. I will sell bottles that are, can meet everybody's pocket. And I basically will be serving small, small food items because I don't really have a restaurant as yet. My original plan was to have a restaurant, but because of the high cost of getting the gas and problems with getting gas into the building and all the architectural work that has to be done, I have to shift from that and more go towards serving the wine, some beer, and small items of food. I plan to
Okay.
open, mostly, from say Wednesday to Sunday.
Are there any questions for Mr. Julian? The floor is open.
Yes, I have a few questions. So
Can you-
how,
Can you identify yourself for the
Marguerite,
minute?
Marguerite Villante.
Thanks.
Just, first, what is the capacity of the bar?
It's about 72.
72, and, is this a full liquor license or just wine and beer?
It's just
No,
wine
it's
and
a
beer.
wine, beer, and cider.
Yeah.
Okay, and are you gonna have hot food?
Well, I hope to have hot food, but I'm not, as
How
I
are you
said, I'm
gonna
not going to
cook
have a
it?
restaurant. I'm just going to put in
Yeah. So how are you
equipment
gonna
that I
cook?
can provide some hot food, small amounts.
Right, how are you gonna cook that? Well, if you don't have gas, are you gonna
No,
use
electric.
electric stove?
Yeah.
Okay, and, what are your hours of operation?
Well, my hours of operation will be in the evening, like from 4 to 12 during the week, and weekends maybe 4 to 2 a.m. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, are there any other, are there any other questions for Mr. Julian? The floor is open.
I have a question. This is Bree DaCosta, and my question for Mr. Julian is, will there be music played in his wine bar, and is there soundproofing to make sure that the neighbors are not disturbed by the music?
No, my plan is to put in some small speakers, right, to provide music, and sometimes I might have a DJ come in, but that's not like going to be my normal operation. On certain occasions, I might have a DJ come in.
And is there soundproofing in the establishment?
Well, there is not really soundproofing as such, but there's really no need for it because, as I said, I'll be having small, very small, small equipment in there for the music. It's not going to be loud music.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Are there any other questions for Mr. Julian? Hearing none. Mr. Julian, I'd like to advise you as well that you do have to have food at all times on the premises while alcohol is being served. Just so
I'm
you
aware
know.
of that.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to point that out for you.
Hi, I just do have one more question. Because you're right next to a private home, you might look in, I think you need soundproofing anyway. I'm not sure what's in that building right now, but if there hasn't been music there, that's going to annoy your neighbor right next door, even if it's just speakers. So you should invest in some soundproofing because there's going to be issues. It's just good for you to do that. It's good business practice and it's good for the community and as a good neighbor.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good point, Miss Margarita. I don't know what's next door to you, but it's always good to have soundproofing.
Yeah, next door to me, I have it's a store
Okay.
on the
Yeah, but
right
on
side.
the other side, you have private
On the other
homes.
side, I have just about to say, the other side, I have a private house.
Okay. All right. Because we don't have a quorum tonight, we cannot vote on any application. Mr. Julian has asked to be excused because he's still at work and need to leave. But just remember, you have to come to the meeting tomorrow, because tomorrow is when the full board will vote on your application. So
And
you can, excuse me?
Do you have the address of the meeting?
The Ms. Carol will send you the email, sir, with
Okay.
the documents, okay?
All right.
right?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
We'll now move on to the next applicant, which is Zip Code Lounge or Partner LLC, which is the corporation name. They're located at 2313 Tilden Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. It's a lounge/event space. They're requesting a full liquor license. There is no incident on the police report. At this time, I'll open the floor for the applicant to tell us a little bit about their business. The floor is open.
Good evening, everyone. So my name is Bianca again from Zip Code Lounge. Our space has been open for 3 years. We currently use it fully for events, as in baby showers, birthday parties for little kids from the age of 1 to 10. We also have church events or private events. That's what we're currently using it as now. And we're looking to enhance, to do things on the weekends as well. So that's why we are looking to get the liquor license.
Okay, are there any questions for Zip Code Lounge? The floor is open.
Yes, this is Marguerite Biliante. When you say enhance and on the weekends, what does that mean exactly?
I'm sorry, to expand, like to earn more revenue, because with the
Yeah, but I mean, what does it mean for your space? What are you going to do in that space?
so
You're
we're
doing what you're doing now. What's going to be different on the weekends?
we with the events on our own, meaning to like sell liquor, have finger foods for the customers on times that the space is not open for rental.
So how are you going to have promoted events there, or it's just I guess my concern is always that it's a large space, and my concern is always that these places eventually turn into nightclubs, and I'm always against that in a residential neighborhood. So if you could be honest and say that you are or not going to have promoted events there.
We are not going to have promoted events there. Our space is it's not that big. We only hold about 74 people sitting. So we won't have private, again, the private events that we'll have is what we'll hold. And just for people to come, have a drink, finger foods, or even watch like how football is on. We have the game on. But we are definitely monitoring the amount of people that can come into the space.
Okay, and are you going to have live music, DJs?
So we only have no live DJs. We have a Bluetooth system that we currently use now.
Okay, and have you? I mean, I don't think you June. I don't think you said that there was a police report or anything. There's no
Yes, I
complaint?
did. I said there's no complaints to the police
Okay.
report. And even if there were, it's a new application, so it
Yeah,
doesn't
no,
really.
I was just
Yeah.
concerned that the community is not complaining about noise or anything, right?
Right, yeah, there's no incident on that report.
Yeah, because that's always the most important thing in my mind is the surrounding neighborhood and how
Of
you're,
course. Mhm.
with them. So I don't mean to be like assuming that you're going to do anything that's not going to be good for the neighborhood, but I always have to ask the questions.
And you're entitled to ask the questions. Mhm.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions for this applicant? Hearing none?
Excuse me.
Again, I just want to remind you guys that we cannot vote because we don't have a quorum tonight, but you will have to come to the general board meeting tomorrow. I'm sure you have the address and everything, where the full board will vote on your application.
you.
You're welcome. I'll now move on. You're welcome to stay if you wish. If not, you can drop off the call. That's your, your right. We'll now move on to Cafe Zen, Frontline Bar and Restaurant. Okay. This is a little different. This is a little different application. It's not for a liquor license. It's for a letter of recommendation for 765 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn. They do have a liquor license, but they're actually, the hours of operation is up until 12 o'clock. And again, the owner is feeling a lot of financial setbacks due to the time in which the establishment is open. And they were actually denied by the SLA a few times due to the fact it's a new owner and inexperienced a little bit, the principal lack of experience along. So the owner is actually coming before the board, and I'll let Mr. Agard explain a little more details. They're coming to ask for a letter of recommendation to extend their hours to, I think, 4 a.m. in the morning. At this time, I will open the floor to Mr. Agard, who's representing this applicant. Mr. Agard, the floor is open to you.
Yes, good evening. Thank you, Ms. June.
You're welcome.
Again, my name is Patrick Agard, representative for Frontline Center, Inc., doing business as Cafe Zane Frontline Bar and Restaurant. As mentioned, it's located at 765 Utica Avenue. That's between Linden and Lenox Avenues, and Linden Boulevard. They've been in business, they're in their third year. They have a full liquor license, which was granted by the SLA, but the SLA, just as they were approved for the license, it was also the time of COVID. And the SLA felt that the owner didn't have the necessary experience to stay open till 4 a.m. So, but since that time, they have hired an experienced manager, and the application for that manager was sent into the Liquor Authority and approved. And she's had 2+ years now of running the business, going into their third year. They renewed the license this year. So they're going into their third year of business. And now that things are opening back up, because during COVID, everything had to close at 10. So now that things have opened back up and people are beginning to come back out, they also have a following, but because she's a hospital worker, and so many of her clientele will be coming from that field as well. And as you know, the hospital workers it's a 24-hour type of job, so they are looking to stay open till 4 o'clock, because in addition to also when the holidays come around, they want to be able to have and entertain holiday parties there as well. So we've come before the board, and I was at the Liquor Authority, the full board meeting last week, Wednesday, and a similar case came up. And what the Liquor Authority is looking for is just for the community board to give the okay that 4 a.m. or whatever time the community board deems at this point, but we are looking for 4 a.m. that they have no objection to that time. And everything is in order. All of their paperwork is in order. Department of Buildings, and ironically, the owner of the building lives in that building, so he's on premises there. So the place is fully protected with soundproofing. It's a beautiful place, actually. It's a very nice place. The former Commerce Committee Chair, Mr. Bakadine, had visited there, along with I think 2 other members, or 1 other member at the time, to see the place, and they all had given their approval for the place. So here we are looking for 4 a.m. and I trust that you all would be understanding and understand the situation financially where they are as well.
Thank you, Mr. Agard. I forgot to mention there's no incident to report at that location. I will now open the floor for any questions on this application.
Okay, it's Marguerite again. I guess I'll go first.
No problem, hon. Mhm.
What time are they open now until?
They
Well,
open, they wanted to open from lunchtime, but they found that lunch is very quiet in that area, and they tend to get the dinner crowd out. So they usually tend to come out around 8 p.m., but they will open up from 4 p.m. and stay till 4 a.m.
No, that's not what I asked. What I asked was, what are they doing now? What's their hours now?
The hours now is 4 p.m. to 12.
4 to 12. So, and the other thing is, I'm a little confused. Like the SLA doesn't usually deny something unless there's a reason. Like I don't understand that. That's kind of open-ended, that they don't have enough experience to be open a couple
Yeah,
of hours. It's just an hour difference. So I don't really understand that. What's the experience that they were
So-
looking for?
So,
They
Miss
looked at it-
Miss Patrick, let me just interject for a second. Miss Margarita, I do have a letter from the SLA in front of me. I just didn't want to read the whole letter, but those are the exact words that they said. We denied the application due to the applicant's lack of experience. The principal was very new in the business. They had no adversity issue at the establishment. A lot of the around COVID time, a lot of the establishments, the SLA were just giving them up until some of them 2 o'clock, some 12 o'clock. So, yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are there any other questions? The floor is open. Hearing none?
Sorry, I do have one. I'm sorry.
Sure, go ahead.
So if we wanted to give them until 2 o'clock, but not 4 o'clock, would we have to vote on that at the general board meeting? I mean,
Yeah, well, the general, everything would have to come up at the general board meeting tomorrow because we don't have a quorum. Yes.
right.
That can be a suggestion. Again, it's of course the majority, what they want to do is how it goes in all times.
But it could be, we can make that suggestion if we think we want 2 o'clock.
I'm quite sure you can.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Hi, this is Bree DeCosta. I have a question.
Yeah.
The hours will be till 4 a.m. So does that mean that there will be partying on the premises, or is it just, will be a quiet lounge? If it's parties, will there be security? What kind of activities will be going on until 4 a.m.?
Okay. Patrick, would you like to answer that? Or?
Yes, I can answer that.
Mhm.
They are not a party rental hall or anything. They're a full restaurant with a full kitchen, tables, chairs, and a bar. So it's only but they're a lounge. So they would only be doing restaurant food service and drinking service. No dancing or anything like that. No.
And usually any application that has a liquor license is supposed to have security, Ms. Bree. They're supposed to. You hear me say supposed to? All of them don't, but they're supposed to. They're required to.
Are they gonna have security at night?
I can't hear you. You got to speak up and I then give your name for the minutes, please.
Bennett, committee member, and I'd like to know, are they going to have security if they want to stay up until 4 a.m.?
Yes, if they stay open to 4 a.m., they will have security. Yes. As Ms. June stated, that is what's recommended by the SLA now. For establishments staying open that late to have security.
Are there any other questions?
I just have a question, one more question. Is it possible to get a copy of that letter, the SLA letter, so that we have it on file for the committee members?
I don't see why not. I guess that the community board can send you a copy of it by email.
Huh?
Okay.
Hold on. Look. Yeah. Right.
Are there any other questions for Mr. Agard?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hearing none, Mr. Agard, like I stated to the other applicants, you will have to come to the committee board meeting tomorrow because we don't have a quorum where the members will discuss and vote on this application. Okay, and I'm sure you have the details, correct?
Yes, I do. And I will
Okay.
see you all tomorrow night. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I just noticed we were joined by our chair of the committee board 17, Mr. Daly, Rudy Daly. Would you like to say a few words, sir? Or bring us greetings?
Hi, good afternoon, Chair Prasad. It's a pleasure for us to start this new year. I'm going to start off with a little bit of a disappointment to see that we are missing so many individuals. And one of my goals this year was to try to make sure that we try to get quorum. But I'm really excited for the new year. Really excited to see what the Commerce is going to do. I'm not happy to know that the opportunity for business will be on the forefront, one of the forefronts of my agenda this year as community board chair. I know that I'm sure that in her report, I wasn't here for it, but talk about that the Commerce Committee would also be looking at cannabis license and other licensures across Brooklyn to increase economics for our community and to create a vibrant community. I will admittedly say that I'm not in agreement with everything, but I will also admittedly say that I'm in agreement with the movement of business and movement of our community as we move ahead this year. I'm hoping that everyone will come out to our general board meeting, which is every third Wednesday of the month, and not just come to the Commerce Committee, because when you come to the general board meeting, you'll meet and be able to talk to our local electeds, public safety, our officials, as well as the Commerce Committee. So I'm really looking and excited this year, and I'm looking forward to any questions that you have. We have a calendar. Check our website. The website is at the bottom of the agenda. Do click on it, go to the website, and see what's happening within our own community. God bless each and every one of you. And please do feel free to reach out to me. And thank you so much.
I will, thank you. And so I didn't get a chance to give my report. I wrote one, but according to the agenda, there was nothing here for the chairperson's report. I guess we have to revise this agenda. So I didn't give a report. But thank you for bringing that to the committee attention. The Commerce Committee will be processing cannabis license as of September. We don't have any application yet, but as soon as we get one, we will all do this together because it's something new for everyone. Okay. So Mr. Daly, you join us after we finish all the applications. I'll now open up the floor for any comments or any suggestions. We don't have much of our members on board tonight. So I'll have I'll open the floor up at this time for anyone who has any comments or suggestions.
Excuse me. You
Yes.
can still give your chairperson's report.
Okay. Well, I said most of it anyway, so let me, good evening again, everyone. My name is June Prasad. For those who don't know me, I've been a board member for CV17 for 18 years and would like to welcome you back to the Commerce Committee meeting. As of this September, the Commerce Committee will be responsible for processing cannabis application. I would like to plan 2 to 3 events for this year. Just a couple of suggestions to throw out there. A networking breakfast, a karaoke competition with some of our local establishments, the sumptuous sample, and I'm also open to any suggestions. We will also have guest speakers throughout this year's meeting. I'm looking forward to a productive year. That ends my report. Thank you. Again, the floor is open for any suggestion or comments. I guess hearing none. The next item on the agenda is a motion to adjourn the meeting. Can I have a motion and someone second to adjourn the meeting? It's going to be an early night tonight.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Marguerite?
Can I have someone second, please?
My computer.
Mr. Daly, we're making a motion to adjourn. You have your hands up?
Adele Bennett, second.
Thank you, Mr. Dale. Mr. Daly.
I did
Daly.
before the motion, but my computer was slow.
I guess I will have to entertain this. Go ahead, Mr. Daly.
No. It's okay. Hey, what's
Mr. Daly, you have the floor.
Cannot hear you, Rudy.
my computer is not working properly.
Okay, did you have your hands up?
My
Or-
computer is not working properly. I'm freezing.
Okay, so okay, but we can hear you
Can you
clearly.
hear me?
Yes, we can hear
I
you
did,
clearly.
but it's okay because my computer is not working properly. I didn't
Oh, so
hear some of the things that you were saying because I didn't hear some of the things that you said that you wanted to do in your report. That's what I was asking, but it's fine.
Okay, would you like me to repeat it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, some of the things that you were talking about working with the committee for.
Okay. So I said I would like to plan at least 2 to 3 events for the year. A networking breakfast, karaoke competition with some of the local establishments, and the sumptuous sample. And I'm open to suggestions. These are just some ideas. Mhm.
That's fine. I'm thinking about, I don't know if this is the right committee for it, but as it relates, especially with the new cannabis things coming down,
Mhm.
maybe a seminar or a webinar on the cannabis application.
Well,
and how
just-
that would work for people in the community.
Just so you know, when we did the Zoom call, they said that they do not have enough people that was something that came up in the meeting, that they can educate the community board members, and they said they did not have enough people to do that. So that's why they did the one Zoom meeting with all the community boards together. They cannot go to individual community boards to give them information on it. It was brought up at that Zoom thing. So that's why I did not put it there, because we would not be able to they don't have enough staff who can, bring resources to us.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. I guess we can go with the adjournment if there's nothing else to discuss, right? The meeting was adjourned by Ms. Margarita, and it was seconded by Ms. Adele. I want to thank those of you who are on the call for taking your time out to be here tonight. I appreciate you, and I hope to see you at the next meeting. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you very much.
Good night.
Thank you.
You're
Good
welcome.
night.
Can you give me a call, please? When you're done?
Night, thank you.
June?